Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Did you know that there is a way, there's a path forward for humans to create more XRP, though I will tell you at the outset of the video, it's highly unlikely. And it's explained by two Ripple employees. I'm going to cover the explanation for how this could happen from two Ripple employees. And so this is, just to be clear, there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, doubt stuff out there, the FUD stuff, making all sorts of bogus claims having to do with this exact topic. You know, the idea of Ripple being able to create new XRP. To be clear, they don't have any special ability to do that whatsoever. But any decentralized system, any decentralized cryptocurrency is only decentralized insofar as whatever the controlling entity, so typically the majority, wants, they can have that happen. You can actually change the rules. You can change the code. It's true of Bitcoin and it's true of XRP. And so most people, when they're talking about this idea of more XRP being created, it's either they are uninformed, they want to spread misinformation, or who knows, it's typically Bitcoin maxi types. There's some sort of incentive for them to behave in that way and spread this false information. And so I have briefly mentioned this in a number of different instances on the channel that technically it's possible. I've never made a video going in depth explaining how that would happen, and it's an interesting topic. And now you, after watching this video, will be armed with the information necessary to combat FUD should it present itself in your life. I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast in the cryptocurrency space. XRP is my fave, and I make YouTube videos purely as a hobby. That's it. Now, this topic starts where any good cryptocurrency YouTube video starts, and that's with a tweet from Lindsay Lohan. Fortunately, I'm serious. So the video is starting with that. It's not where a good video start, but I'd say she tweeted this out on February 10th. Bitcoin to the moon. And then somebody responded to that tweet from the XRP community and wrote, "Hi, Lindsay, look into XRP. XRP is literally 1,000 times better, 3 seconds fast, under a penny cheap transaction with the most use cases, partnerships, energy efficient, and more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum." All of that's true. Now, this individual jumped in named Crypto Hades, and I don't know who this individual is, but and nothing against this individual personally, but over the course of this conversation, you will see, I think you'll come to the same conclusion as me, that this individual is not being intellectually honest and is not operating in good faith with what is being shared here. I think it's become very clear. But a Ripple employee jumped in and kind of set him straight. And so he wrote, he said more decentralized with a bunch of laughy faces. So he doesn't believe that XRP is more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've made the case on this channel that it absolutely, arguably is, and David Schwartz, co-creator of the XRP Ledger and Ripple CTO, has written up a brilliant case as to why that is indeed true, but that's outside the scope of this video. I just want to run through this here. And so this XRP community member wrote, "Get yourself educated. XRP is a cryptocurrency that is more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ripple is a centralized company like Facebook, Amazon, Tesla. For example, Exxon is a centralized company, but the gasoline is not." Right? And so Crypto Hades jumped in here and wrote, "Do you not understand the meaning of decentralized? Is that the issue here? A fully decentralized cryptocurrency doesn't have a centralized company at its heart. At least you tried." And so this individual is either uninformed or intellectually dishonest. Could be, there's probably a bit of knowledge missing, but still, as I go through this, you'll see it's intellectual dishonesty. And so, of course, Ripple has no special powers over the XRP ledger. There is no single entity. There is no central point of failure. If you think there's a central point of failure, I would just ask you to point to which node is the central point of failure. And if you can't do that, move on. But and then this XRP community member wrote, "You understand Ripple is not XRP, question mark. XRP is a decentralized crypto. Ripple has no control of XRP. They own only 7% of its many nodes. Bitcoin is more centralized because it is controlled by more than 50% of Chinese miners. Exxon owns a ton of gas. Gas is not centralized." Crypto Hades wrote back, XRP was literally created by and can be printed at whim by Ripple. Obviously, that's not true. Ripple does not have the ability to create XRP. But Crypto Hades continues. There is no set cap, nothing in the code to prevent them creating it, and as such, is not decentralized anywhere near the levels of Ethereum and Bitcoin. Your point regarding Exxon is irrelevant, apples and pears. This is where Matt Hamilton jumps in, who is a Ripple employee. He's actually been in the XRP community for many years, but very recently he got hired by Ripple, and he's working specifically with Ripple X, formerly known as Spring, so it's the development arm of Ripple. And you can see here he is the Director of Developer Relations, and he has quite a technical background, mind you. And so he jumped in here, and he ended up setting the record straight. He writes, "No, you have been misinformed. No more XRP can be created unless the rest of the network agree to it, just like Bitcoin. 100 billion XRP was created at the inception of the ledger, and there is literally no mechanism to create more XRP on the ledger." So there you go. It would require a rule change, and so is it possible that there could be a path forward in the future where that happens? Yes. Is it likely? Absolutely not. I mean, if XRP is getting used like thousands of years from now and it dwindles down thanks to the fact that a little bit burns with every transaction, maybe the network would change the rules so that there can be more XRP created. Outside of that, though, I can't. I don't imagine that this would happen. But Crypto Hades wrote back to Matt Hamilton, the Ripple employee, and wrote, "No, I am well informed. You are misled. There are indeed 100 million supply created, of which Ripple is holding and will not be releasing half." He means it's actually 100 billion that was max supply of XRP, so he got that wrong too. And Crypto Hades writes, "But the fact that they can only create more if the rest of the network agrees only proves simply that they can, at will, create more." And so Matt Hamilton responded, "Yes, just like Bitcoin." And then Crypto Hades, you can see he's probably dumbfounded at this point. So Crypto Hades writes, "Please explain to me how you can be head of developer relations but have absolutely no clue about the code and or functionality of the reason your space even exists. The level of ignorance is astounding." Well, there's definitely some ignorance on display here, but it's not coming from where you think it's coming from, Crypto Hades. Matt Hamilton responded, "What part do you not understand? A decentralized system will always do what the majority of participants want. Both Bitcoin and XRP are the same in this regard. If the majority want to change the rules, they can do it." Crypto Hades responds, "If the majority decide yet ultimately a single party has the ability to authorize and make the change, this is not decentralization. Your argument is incorrect. If the majority want to change the circulating supply for XRP, they can do. With Bitcoin, you cannot. Simple." So clearly intellectually dishonest, right? Is this striking you the same as it's striking me? Intellectual dishonesty. Matt Hamilton responds, "A single party doesn't have the authority to authorize a change to the XRP ledger rules. It is decentralized. Amendments to the protocol are voted on. Need 80% support from the validators for 2 weeks. Crypto Hades responds, "Yet the ability to do so exists, again proving my point." So let me pause right there. If that proves your point, then you're proving that Bitcoin also is centralized. Congratulations, Crypto Hades. You're a special guy. Then he continues, unfortunately. "No matter if every person holding Bitcoin wanted a cap increase, it isn't possible and won't happen. Bitcoin has a set cap of 21 million, and this won't change. XRP has a current supply of 100 billion, and this will change." To which Matt Hamilton responded, "Yes, the ability to change the hard cap of Bitcoin exists. If the majority of the nodes on the network wanted it to change, then it would, just like with XRP. The only way to increase the amount of XRP would be to code amendment to the protocol and get 80% of the validators to agree." This is absolutely factually true. But Crypto Hades, again intellectually dishonest, wrote the following. "This is again incorrect. The cap cannot be increased at a whim as per your centralized S-word coin." He didn't say it a whim. "Making up lies won't make your point any less incorrect. The fact there is an only way is the problem. There shouldn't be a way. And so he's just completely disregarding the fact that this is true of Bitcoin and XRP. He's just focusing on it's true of XRP and disregarding that it is also true of Bitcoin. That is intellectual dishonesty. I'm calling it out. Matt Hamilton responded, "No, the cap can't be changed at a whim. It requires the support of the majority of the participants to change it." Crypto Hades responds, "And once the majority approve it, provided Ripple allows it to happen, it can happen. Yes, I understand that they have agreed to do as per what the majority have voted upon, but ultimately the choice is theirs, again leading us back to centralization." That's totally not true. So Matt Hamilton set the record straight again, wrote, "It doesn't need Ripple's blessing. Ripple have a minority vote. Just like some of the previous amendments, they could be ratified and approved by the rest of the network against Ripple's wishes. Ultimately, the choice is the networks, again leading back to decentralization." And by the way, that has happened. I can't remember which ones they were off the top of my head, but there were amendments for sure that Ripple voted against, and they just passed anyway. That's because it's decentralized. So there you go. Good times, right? Now take a look at this. This is from David Schwartz, again, Ripple CTO, co-creator of the XRP Ledger. And he wrote this on January 6, 2019, the same topic. Because there's a question here on Quora. Can Ripple create more XRP? And again, Ripple has no power to do this, right? So David Schwartz wrote, "No. There is no code in the XRP Ledger software that was intended to permit anyone to ever create XRP. In addition, there is specific code to check if any operation somehow manages to create XRP, presumably due to some kind of software bug, that will prevent that transaction from executing. Every major participant in the XRP ecosystem, such as exchanges, Ripple, wallet operators, power users, and so on, can run their own server on the network. This server independently checks the validity of every transaction and also runs the transaction's results through the extra check to ensure that a bug didn't cause the transaction to violate system rules. To create more XRP, Ripple or anyone else would need to modify the software run by each of these individual participants in the ecosystem. For anyone who didn't modify their software to permit more XRP to be created, they would never see the new XRP. This is precisely the same as what would be required to create more Bitcoin. Anyone could do it, but they'd have to convince everyone who operates a Bitcoin full node to run the modified code that allowed them to create more Bitcoin. And anyone who didn't run that modified software would not see the new Bitcoins because their code would reject it." So there you go. Interesting topic, is it not? I'm sure that a lot of you were unaware of this. I'm sure, of course, you get a blend. I kind of wonder what percentage of people in the XRP community and the world of Bitcoin are aware of this. I've been aware for some time, and initially when I found out, because it was David Schwartz that I tweeted something out, and it's the only time he's ever responded to anything. Not that I try to contact him all the time, but he actually did share that information that Bitcoin, he was talking about Bitcoin, not XRP at the time, that more Bitcoin could be created, or something to that effect, and it just like blew my mind. I had no clue, and that was years ago. And so I don't know that a ton of people realize this, but it is true. And that's why I started out the video by stating, look, a network is only decentralized insofar as it does what the majority wants it to do. That's reasonable. That certainly makes a ton of sense to me. So this isn't some sort of bad thing. It's a feature, not a bug, of decentralization just in general. So there you go. But if anybody tries to say that Ripple can do it, or there's some sort of single entity that can make this decision, that's not true. You'd have to get, again, 80% approval on the network, or else you couldn't change any code, period. And it has to be sustained for 2 weeks, so it's a really high, intentionally high threshold. And I don't know anybody that would actually want more XRP to be created right now, so ain't gonna happen, just like nobody wants more Bitcoin to be created. But anyway, I will go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.